Well, here we go. This is just a little ramble. So, tomorrow head out to LA for the 2020 Winter Namm show. Well, I say LA, it's Anaheim really. But anyway, that's going to be a big adventure because obviously the Namm show, that's an amazing event. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's, what is it, the National Association of Music Manufacturers or something like that. I might be wrong about that. However, this is going to be my second visit out to Namm. I'm going to be going with Sonic State and we're going to be covering all the latest new musical instruments and mostly focused on synthesizers and music technology, and that's because we're going Sonic State and that's Sonic State's focus, but we're going to be looking to chase down some fantastic interviews. I'm going specifically to go and try and grab some interviews. What I'm doing tonight though is I'm just testing out my little live rig just to see if everything's working well, so I thought I'd go live and see what happens, make sure that it's all working. I'm using a DJI Osmo 3 here with a Shure MV88 Plus microphone and a little Joby Beamo lamp all mounted on. So this is a really nice little mobile rig. Hope you can all hear this okay. I'm going to see if I can see captions just in case any of you are out there. Oh yeah, good picture and audio. Excellent, thanks very much. Who's that, Sasquatch? Okay, this is cool. So yeah, I'm just going to walk around a little bit just to try and make sure that the technology is going to work. So as I mentioned, I'm going to be doing a bunch of interviews and got to be hunting down some cool people. We're going to carry on our series that we launched at Christmas time, which is called 3 Big Questions, or 3BQ. Now, 3 big questions, very simple. It's just a question about the past, a question about the present, and a question about the future. And we kind of keep it pretty open-ended so people can interpret that how they like. Great. Oh, thank you very much for the comments. This is great. So keep your eyes peeled on sonicstate.com and on the Sonic State YouTube channel, because the content is going to come thick and fast. So as I say, normally we will be, Nick Batt and Ed Butterfield, Andy McCreath and Rob Hicks and myself and Jim Hayward, of course, will be out there making content. We're going to be trying to cover, it's such a massive, vast event. It's mind-boggling just quite how big it is, and we're going to be there for a good 4 days or so, and we'll probably only see a tiny fraction of it. But one thing that's really cool about Namm though is there's lots of music performances going on and lots of wonderful musicians turn up there. So that is my task. I've got to go and get them and try and grab as many of the 3 big questions as we can. So that's going to be really good fun. I've got my sights set on some major people for this one. So yeah, I'm not sure quite how many we will get. But yeah, the technology seems to be holding up okay. Yeah, it's quite nice, this modern thing, being able to be able to do all this kind of stuff, streaming live, and with a relative amount of quality. Yeah, wow. So there's lots of building work going on around here. Well, not at the moment, but what else to say? Yeah, as I say, this, if you just joined in, I'm testing out my live rig. Hey, there's a cat. Hello. Hey. No, gone shy. Let's see. Come on then. Oh! No. All right, mister. He's trying to get in on the action, but he's camera shy. All right, buddy. Oh, he's got an eye missing as well. Yeah. What else? Yes, I'm testing out the equipment. I'm making sure that it's robust, that I can stream at a decent quality. Obviously, it's going to be hard to do live streaming there just because it's going to be so congested, because it's just so many people there. I can't remember how many people go, but it's something oh gosh, tens of thousands of people who attend. So yeah, as I say, the Namm show. It's been going for a very, very long time. It's an institution. In fact, I was fortunate enough to be interviewed for the Namm oral history a couple of years ago. So if you do search for Gaz Williams Namm, you will find that. So that was a real honour to be included in the Namm history. Don't quite know why I'm on it, but there we go. I'm not going to complain. But yeah, the Namm show is, its status is changing a little bit because this is a changing world. Sonic State, who I will be working for over there, focus on music technology, synthesizers and that sort of thing. And in recent years, Superbooth, the wonderful event that takes place in Berlin in springtime, that's really become the de facto major event on the synthesizer calendar. So a lot of manufacturers maybe who would have launched their products at Namm maybe hold back for Superbooth. Also, Roland have decided just to make the September the time that they launch their new product. I mean, we'll see what they've announced from September. We'll see it at the Namm show, but it won't be so much news from them. Korg typically have announcements just before Namm, and this has happened now. The the ARP 2600, which Korg have acquired the license for, I guess, is going to make its show debut there. This was, of course, leaked by the great Jean-Michel Jarre. I don't know if that was a deliberate leak. What else? Yeah, Korg have also announced some other cool things, including the Wave State synthesizer. Again, this stuff comes out just before the show, so it means that maybe some of the big names are preempting the show. Of course, there's a lot of noise when the show's going on that many people many things will get drowned out by the just the sheer amount of other things which are being launched. However, we will see. It's there will be loads of cool things. Been tipped off on a few things that I'm sworn to secrecy about. So I know there's some super cool things coming. Again, it is a gear nerd fest, really, more than anything. But I'm going to find the people. I like to get the stories behind the stuff. You know, you can talk about the gear, and that's all really cool. And I'm totally into that, but I really like the inspiration and the stories behind things. So I'm going to be going looking for those stories. So the content from me, I think, will be more focused on people. What's his comment? Are Behringer at Namm? Behringer typically don't appear at Namm. They may be this year, who knows? Of course, Behringer have made an enormous splash in the synthesizer community, especially in the last year, releasing what it seemed to be almost weekly recreations of classic synthesizers. Some obvious ones and some not so obvious ones. The most recent one being, of course, the clone of the Octave Cat, which was in itself a sort of clone of the ARP Odyssey, but dating back from the late 70s. It's got enough of its own unique identity to warrant a remake now, so that's good to see. And seeing the old EDP Wasp, that's a British monosynth that, you know, quite an obscure little thing, although it does play quite an important part in music history. They've reissued that, Behringer as well. Will they be at Namm? I'm not so sure. They may be. We'll have to wait and see. Let's see if Behringer are anywhere. Oh, I lost that message. I'm sorry. It vanished before I could read it. Yeah, so anyway, thank you very much everyone for watching this. As I say, it was just a little test just to make sure that the technology is working okay, and thank you for the comments to back that up. As I say, I'm using a DJI Osmo for the stabilizer and this little Shure MV88, and the sound's okay then. Everyone can hear me nice and clear. That's really good to know, and hopefully not too much wind noise. There is a little windshield on this mic, and yeah, thank you very much. I will certainly have a great time, and keep your eyes peeled on sonicstate.com and certainly the Sonic State YouTube channel. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, because that will be cool. Everyone always wants you to click the little bell icon, but I don't know if it'll be worth it, because there's going to be so many videos going off that bell will be ringing like crazy. Oh, sounds excellent, and no wind noise. Hey, thank you. That's really cool to know. Oh, it's quite exciting when the gear kind of works all right. The light's pretty good as well. I only just got that today, so and that was a last minute decision, so quite pleased about that. It means that this little mobile rig is a little self-contained rig. My problem is though, is that my beard is hard to actually get my whole head in. Am I meeting up with Rich Hilton this year? I hope so, if he's there. I don't know if he's going, but if he is, I certainly will. He's a great friend of mine. Rich Hilton, of course, keyboard player in Nile Rodgers' Chic, and also regular guest on Sonic Talk, Sonic State's regular podcast, which I'm sure many of you check out. This, of course, is something that I've been part of, celebrating 10 years of being on that podcast this year. I am. So Sonic State's been a really big part of my life for the last 10 years. Hello, Linus. Nice to say. Yeah, so please say hello. I'm going to hang on. I'm going to talk for another couple of minutes and then I'm going to sign off. So again, I'm just testing out this equipment to see if it works okay prior to the Namm show. Hey, hello. Who's that? Mr. Corrupto. Yeah, great. Okay, this is cool. Normally going to Namm in the winter here in Britain is partly for the weather, but my goodness, we've had pretty mild weather this winter. So any ideas if anyone will beat the wave state in terms of Namm predictions? Yeah, interesting. I think I know a few things. I'm sorry, you're going to have to wait and see what they are. I will definitely say there's going to be some very cool things coming out. But what I typically do at these shows, though, is I'm often very keen to find not the big names, but the little surprise things, the things that I feel are really cool, little useful tools, innovative tools, maybe from the smaller manufacturers. So I'm definitely going to be out there looking for things there. I'm really interested, it sounds really boring this, but I'm really interested in things which are problem solvers, maybe like little studio things, ways of connecting equipment up, just different things which are maybe not the big sexy stuff, but I missed that comment again. They come up on a screen. I'm sorry, I missed that. I'm sorry. They just come up and fade out before I get a chance to read them. But yeah, so I'm going to be looking for maybe some of the more unusual things, but certainly things that are useful and, plug certain needs. For instance, retro kits. Yes, I love retro kit stuff. That's a nice call there, because I don't know that they'll be at Namm. They're usually at Super Booth. Retro Kits are a Dutch company who make fantastic little problem solver. They've got a new little MIDI box coming out now, very small little thing called the RK006, which I think has got 8 MIDI outs, 2 MIDI ins, and all on mini jacks. So this mini jack thing being used for MIDI ports, which initially I was very resistant against. Now a standard has been established, it actually kind of maybe makes sense to embrace the mini jack, because it does mean that that you can get a lot more, or rather you can make much smaller devices, because a mini jack doesn't need as much space. A cool 61 key MIDI controller needed on the market? Yes, I guess so, although there has been some pretty cool ones lately. Arturia have got some good offerings, and so have the Novation SL Mark III, very good. Sonicware, yes, Sonicware have got them. We first became aware of them with a little kind of OP1-like thing, but now they've got like a more like Valkyrie OP1 thing. yeah, I'm sorry, these comments, I keep missing them. I apologise. I'll look at them once I finish this little broadcast. But again, just thank you very much, people, for joining in, and really appreciate that. This is my little pre-Namm ramble, testing the equipment, making sure it all works okay. So, yeah. Greetings from Canada. Hi, brilliant. This. So I'm probably going to sign off in a moment. So thank you ever so much for everybody joining. We're going to try and make, as I say, lots of content, lots of small little interviews. I'm going after stories. I'm going after people stories as much as gear. I mean, I will be reporting on some gear, but some of the other guys who are going over from Sonic State are going to be really focused on the gear. So I'm going to be focused on people as much as possible and trying to find the interesting visitors at Namm and get the stories. Thank you very much for the nice comments, and I'll probably sign off now. But so be well, keep the peace, and Happy New Year anyway, and Happy New Decade in fact, and see you soon. Thanks guys.